everyone, my name's Victoria and welcome to my YouTube channel today. I'm part of the content creator team on Tonic Studios and I'm part of their design team here in the UK. Today I'd like to share with you the next instalment of the Tonic Craft Kit collection, and as you know they're not numbered anymore, but it'll be a nice surprise of what's inside. Even I haven't been peeking. So first of all, it comes to you in this beautifully presented box, all silver foiled, and this is obviously part of the new branded kit that was launched to you this last month. So this is the next one in the collection. So I'm going to open the box, and there we see this next kit is called Vintage Pop-Up Sentiments. So that sounds rather interesting, doesn't it? So we'll take all the contents out of the box and then you can see then what is in this box. So we'll go through the papers first. I think comes to you in this glossy wallet, so it's somewhere to keep all your papers safe. Now here we have it's all A4 cardstock, always is A4 cardstock in the kits as a rule, and this is the beautiful gleaming lilac pearlescent cardstock, and it's pearlescent on both sides. So this is 250 GSM, this card, so it would make even a card base. So that's the gleaming lilac there. We then have our cream Craft Perfect, and that's 216 GSM, and that has that slight texture to one side and smooth on the other. So that's the cream there. We then have this beautiful speciality card, and this is the Golden Mosaic, and it's 230 GSM, all acid free, and this is a firm favourite with many of you because it has that beautiful texture there. Next we have the speciality paper, and this is called Peach Parfait, and it's 150 GSM, and that's also lignin free, and you have these beautiful embossed hearts there, and it's plain on the other side, so you can ink the debossed side if you wanted to for a different look. We then have the gorgeous mauve purple, and this is the Craft Perfect with a slight texture weave to it, and that's also 216 GSM. We then have Lilac Waves, and this is a speciality card. It has like that oil and water look, and that's 230 GSM, also acid free. We then have a handmade cotton paper, and again it's beautifully patterned on one side and it's white on the other side, so ink and spray if you wish. And this is called Warm Delilah, or Dahlia I should say, and it's 150 GSM and it's lignin free. And then last in the papers we have this Miri card. I'll be very careful how I angle that, and it's petal pink, and it's acid and lignin free, and it's 250 GSM. So those are the papers. So let's see what else we're going to get in this month's kit. So we'll go to the bag of goodies. And what have we got here? Ooh. We've got a pack of ivory white USA2 cards and envelopes there, and they're 120 GSM for the envelopes and 300 GSM for the card in ivory white. So you get a pack of those. Is there 10 of each in there? Yes, 10 cards and 10 envelopes in the pack there. Ooh, what else have we got here? We also have a bottle of our Craft Tacky Glue, 60ml in that bottle there. We also have a hybrid ink pad called Spring Heather. So that's a beautiful shade there. We also have a Nuvo chalk mousse. Now this is brand new. We've never seen this before. And I think this is going to be a gorgeous product to use. I'm quite excited about this chalk mousse. And this is called Iced Plum. And is exactly what it says. It's very chalky. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having a play with that. Get some stencils out. What else have we got here? And then we've got, let's take this out of the bag. Let's have a, can't see it in there, can we? There we go. Right. Pop everything out of the bag. What have we got? We have the pale gold metallic crystal drops. That's a beautiful shade of gold. I've actually had this shade, never used it all actually, so I am glad we've got some of this because it's a gorgeous shade. We've also got the Nuvo Violet Infusion Pure Sheen Glitter. So you've got 25 mils there of that really luscious bright violet glitter. And then we have an embossing powder, soft lilac. That's ever so pretty because that matches the colourways of the chalks. So you've got those beautiful shades there, really nice. So let's put those to one side and see what we have in here. I'm a bit excited. I haven't had a look yet. Right, are we ready? Vintage pop-up sentiments. Ooh, right. Ooh, have we got anything white? There we go. So what have we got here? We've got 3 stamps, quite large stamps. You're the best, thank you, and for a friend. Okay, so they're lovely. Right. And then we have the dies. Ooh, ooh, and instructions. Hey. Right, and I must say, it all comes in this glossy case as well. I'm getting carried away now. So, what's this then? So, you've got full instructions. Creating a pop-up easel card. Okay. So, it says here, 1, cut the wing twice. So we cut this wing part twice. Place the wing aperture dies onto one of your wing dies as pictured and cut. So it lines up, yeah. 3, attach the wing dies using the tabs. There's tabs on the wings there in the centre. Cut the main base die and attach to each other to conceal the wrong side. Oh, I see, it joins it. Oh, how clever. Okay, so it joins your 2 pieces of card together, but it also then has a pop-up mechanism inside the card. Oh, how clever. Cut the layering die with the 2 diagonal slits, which hugs the base. Oh, so they cut the slits in there, and then that slides inside to hug around the pop-up. Cut the belt twice, and the belt slides over the card close, so it's a belly band. Oh, how lovely. Oh, well, there we go. Okay, so we cut 2 of these to glue 2 of those. Cut 2 of these, place that over there to join the two pieces together. Then when you flip it over, you've got a pop-up mechanism inside. You cut these with the slits, that slides inside to line the inside and go round the pop-up. And then when the card is closed, you have a belly band that goes around the outside. Oh, right, I'm rather excited about that. So let's have a look at the dies. Right, well, I suppose we should look at this one first, as we've just read the instructions. Right. Oh, I wonder what this piece is for. Oh, that must be the pop-up bits that goes on the inside. I think. Oh, I shall have to have a play and get back to you all on this one. Oh, I'm excited. Right. So this is the hinge that joins the two pieces of card together. And the rest is a mystery until I make one up. But, oh, looking forward to that. Oh, well, it's great that there's instructions there. So that's a helping hand as well. So when I fathomed out how to put this together, I will be back and we shall put a project together. So stay tuned, guys. Hi, so we're now back and I've read through the instructions. They are quite clear to follow. So I'm going to guide you through the instructions and the pieces that we've cut out. So it says in the instructions to cut the wing die twice. So we have two of these wing dies, and in the set you'll get a little piece that puts the slit in here. So you just do that for one piece and you leave the other piece as it is. Okay, so that's step 1 and step 2. Step 3 is to attach the two pieces together. So as you'll see here, it has some little glue tabs. So I'm going to place some wet adhesive on these glue tabs. So we'll just make sure the glue is unclogged. There we go. And don't forget you get glue in the kit as well, so you've got everything that you need there. And then I'm going to glue this one to this one, and I'm just going to hold it until it's grabbed, because you know I do like my wet adhesive. Anyone that hasn't been to my channel before, I do like to use wet adhesive on most things. I just find it has the longevity, it gives you that little bit of wiggle room, and yeah, it's a glue that's for me. So as you can see, I'm just putting wet adhesive on those little tabs and then pinching them together with my fingers. There we go. And then the last tab here, we'll place adhesive, and then we'll put that one together. Now I must say, I did actually fold all the crease and score lines before I glued it together. So these have a score line here and here, and I just folded them inwards, and then I folded this up. So I did that beforehand. I find if there's a few score lines to be had, it's always better to get them creased first. So I'm just going to put that to one side and let that dry. Okay, so that's how it should look like. Okay, and they will be lifting up, and I'll show you how that goes in a minute or two. So in the instructions it says here, cut 4 of the main base dies and attach them to each other to conceal the wrong side. So I have cut 2 of those and I've stuck them back to back, so you've got the nice side on both sides. Okay, so that's one done already. So we've got 2 here. We'll glue those back to back. So again, I'll use wet adhesive. I'm going to stick back to back like so. And this is the cream Craft Perfect, so it's 216 GSM, but now obviously it's doubled up. So there we go. And we'll put that to one side. Then in step 5 it says cut the spine die and fold on the score lines. So this is this die here. Okay, so we have cut one of those in gold, and as you can see, if I bring it close, I'm hoping you can see, there's 2 score lines, so it gives you a little bit of a spine across the top there. Okay, and you just roll it backwards and forwards until it finds that hinge. Okay, and I'm going to open it back out, and as in diagram 6 it says attach the base cuts to the spine straight up to the score lines and fold. So basically I'm going to put wet adhesive on one side, okay, all along the edge there, and then I'm going to place one of these up to that score line. Make sure that you're all level there, and then I'm just going to press down, turn it over and press down. Okay, then we're going to repeat the process again, and we're going to put adhesive on this side. So again, wet adhesive this side of the hinge. There's little, don't forget to put glue on these as well. And then we're going to place this up to that score line, and get my head in there, apologies, there we go, and then make sure that's all stuck down. And then because you've gone to the score line, you've got a beautiful crease here in the top. Okay, so there we go. So once that's done in step 6, we turn over and it says step 7, place the wing dies at the centre of the inside of the card. So these are your wing dies. Okay, and as you can see, you know, they all fold into shape. So if you think that comes down and that comes down, this will be sticking inside the what's we call it? I've forgotten the word. Card. Oh dear, I think it's getting too late in the day. Definitely too late in the day. So it pinches inwards and it folds down on itself, and this one does the same. It pinches inwards and then you pinch that together, and as you can see, it's a funny C shape. Okay, so that's what it looks like there. And then the word I couldn't remember, card, it will be then glued inside there. So this is the pop-up mechanism. Now in step 8 it tells you to cut one of these, and you'll see it's got 2 funny slots here. If you want to decorate it with this die here, do it before you stick it in. So I'm going to put wet adhesive on there and stick that in now. Okay, so we'll just put some glue on the back of my hand as I always do with an intricate die. There we go, and then I'm going to pick that glue up. There we go. And there we go. And I'm going to place this over the top with a border each side, and then place that down. There we go. And press him down firmly until he's stuck down there. And we'll just place that to one side because I've got another one glued. So we'll let that dry for a moment. And then I'll explain how this goes. So obviously this is going to be part of the pop out mechanism, and obviously it will be going into the spine there of the card, and it folds down. But as you'll see, it has like a little lip here, and this part here slides in underneath that little lip. And let me slide it in and then I'll show you. Now do you see how that is slid in there now? And then with that each side. So what I tend to do is hold that in place there, and then I place glue on the back here. I've just found it easier this way for me personally. And then obviously that hinge there, I'll have wet adhesive. Okay, and then I place it in the card. Now I tend to do this upside down so I can see what I am doing. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it slips a little bit, as you can maneuver it around. So I'm just going to line that up there, and then I'm going to press that down and fold it over, and I'm just going to hold that in place just for a few seconds before we glue the other side in. You might find a better way of doing it. That's what crafting's all about. We're all different and we all do things differently, but as long as we get to the end destination, it doesn't really matter which way we did it. But for me personally, I found that was the easiest way to get it all to line up. So there we have that side in place. Now I will just let that stick down a little bit longer. In actual fact, yeah, that's right, because that's the top. I will explain in a minute when I put the other side in. So here's another one that we've done earlier. We've already glued these pieces together, and as you'll see, you've got a lip in this side as well, so that would go in this exactly the same way as we've done. So it slides into the mechanism there, and then that will line up on this side, and you can bring it back a little bit so that you can see what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on that there. So I'm going to put a little bit in there, and then I'm going to put a little bit on the back there, just like so. And make sure I've got adhesive on that tab at the back, because that's got to glue into your mechanism. There we go, so plenty of glue there, and I'm keeping that slotted in, and then bring that down there and just slide it into place. And this is why I like wet adhesive, because it gives you that wiggle time. And then bring that back down and hold it again for a few seconds just to make sure it's grabbed. Okay. have jumped ahead of myself here because I was going to put this decorative panel on the front. If you want a decorative panel on the front, glue this to the front of your card first and then bring this over the edge, because this piece here does actually cover these. So if I thought ahead of time, I would have done that first. So as you can see, that would cover that. Okay, so we won't have one on ours, but that is an option if you want to put a decorative front on. So as you can see there now, you've got the pop-up mechanism glued in place. Now you want to make sure that the top of your card has the slits in at the top and the bottom is the blank pieces. Okay, so that's step 7 and 8 done. Now in step 9 in your instructions, it tells you how to make the belly band, so we'll do that now. So I've heat embossed one for a friend, and then we've cut another blank one out here for the back. So I'm going to put a little bit of wet adhesive on the tab here, and then I'm going to glue the other one to it and just hold it for a moment until it's in place. Just excited to show you how it all goes together. There we go. And then we're going to put adhesive on the other tab here. There we go. And just hold that in place. And that is just how you make the belly band. Just 2 pieces of card linking together. Okay. So we'll put that to one side now. So that's your instruction sheet. Step 10 shows you how to slide the belly band onto the card. So I want to show you how to do the mechanism here in the center. Now I've made this card out of Craft Perfect, so obviously it's only 216 GSM, but once you've got another piece stuck to it and you're adding the layers, it's getting thicker and thicker. So for the mechanism, you've got this die here, and you can see a slight debossed shape here. This indicates where your decorative panels are going to go, and I have cut 2 and stuck them together so it's a little bit more rigid. Okay, I've also cut one of these out. I've also cut a backing for it, and I've also cut a detail sentiment which says "just to say." Okay, so I'm going to glue those together now, and this would be nice with a little bit of gold mirror card behind it as well, but we're just using the card that's in the kit, so we're going to stick to the colours that are here. Okay, so then this glues flat onto here. Okay, now like I said before, you can see a slight debossed pattern here in the center, and you can see one to the side here and one to the side here, which indicates where they go. So I found to stick this one in first. So you want a little bit of adhesive just across the bottom, nowhere else, just across the bottom, and then I'm going to look for that pattern. There's the pattern, and I'm going to put that on there. Get the excess glue off my fingers and place that down. Now, because I am the way I am, I have got one that I'm going to place on the back. Just because I can, and I know the back is finished off just as nice as the front. So all you do is line it up so it matches the one on the front. Okay, and this actually gives it a little bit more rigidity as well. So I'm just going to do that and put the little heart design. Not that you're going to see it much, but when you pop it up and you play with it, you can see the back. And well, I'm just a bit funny like that. So we'll put that round to the front again. So now we've got some little decorative pieces here for each side, and then we've got a backer that we've done in the same colours. So we'll stick those together now. There we go. So we're going to pop one on there. And then we're going to put one on there. Real pretty, and very pastel-y, this one. And I'll show you the two that I've done previously. So I'm going to stick these now to this part here. Okay, so I'm just going to put wet adhesive on the back, and then they want to go right to the edge. There we go. And the same with this one. Right to the edge. Could have gone slightly that way a little bit, but hey ho, as they say. And then what you want to do then is slide one side in, slide the other side in there, and that sits in the centre there. Okay, so we've got some decorative panels here that we just want to add, and you could have added these before we put the mechanism bit together, but it doesn't matter. So that's for this side. So I'm just going to glue those in now. Like I say, if you want to glue them in beforehand, that's absolutely fine. And then we're going to put this one in place. And put that one down there. There we go. Got glue in my hands. Let me get rid of this glue. Get all sticky and stuck to the card. So as you can see there now, you've got a really pretty pop up there. And when the card is opened, then obviously your pop-up opens, and there we have that. So I've heat embossed with the stamps. Thank you. I've actually used gold embossing powder from my stash because I wanted it all golds and pretty peaches. So this is going to go, and I've put this on an oval layering die set that I have in my stash, and I'm just going to place that in the centre there, and then it says just to say thank you, and make sure that's straight. There we go, just to say thank you, and then that pops shut. And then if we put that decorative panel on before we put the hinge in, you could have had a decorative front panel there as well. And then we have a belly band that goes over the top there. And we just slide that down into place. And then it says, for a friend. So we've heat embossed that. And you take the belly band off. And da-da, you've got your pop-up. I think it's just so pretty, just such a pretty pop-up. It's hard for me to show you on camera at the angles that we're at, but really, really pretty. And then it all folds flat, and then you put your belly band back on. So I'm put that one to one side and show you the others that we have created. Now we'll have to be careful because I've got drops drying. So we've used the cardstocks that come in your kit. So we've used everything there that's in the kit. I might have added an oval or a circle layering die just for the sentiment. And here we've put "You're the best," and we've heat embossed it with that beautiful embossing powder that's in your kit. And then I'm carefully going to slide this off because I have got drops drying. There we go. And as you can see, we've cut the detail into this front of this panel here, and then we've left the back plain, and we've just attached the circle onto the front there. So when you open this one, you've got gold inside and this beautiful lilac, and it says "On your day," and then it says "You're the best." So that's one there, and I'm going to be ever so careful. I've used the gold drops there, so if you can see there, those lovely gold drops, light gold drops, they're in your kit as well. So I'll leave that band off for now because knowing my luck, I will smudge them. And then this one here, we've used that beautiful pearlescent cardstock. We've just used the cream Craft Perfect there for the belly band, and we've die cut inside with love, and we've just added those gold drops there just to finish the band off. We've used that iridescent card here for the hinge on the front and back, and then we've die cut the detail panel in here with cream, as we've left this one here plain. This is the one with the detail added, and as you can see, there's two different designs there for those top panels. So when you open this one, ta-da, just to say "You're the best." And I think that's lovely. I think somebody just received that and go, well, how different is that? And there's nothing stopping you putting this inside a bigger card. So you had some card blanks in your kit. This would actually fit inside another card if you wanted to put a card inside a card. There's nothing stopping you doing that. I probably wouldn't add as much detail here if you were putting it inside another card. But yeah, I think these are great. You could use these in your memory books as well, just for a little added feature. So it closes off there, and then that belly band just wraps around there. And you could back it if you wanted another colour to come through the middle there. It's completely up to you. You could have added some more of this iridescent mirror card if you wanted to. So there's 3 different looks for you. Obviously it could have been a 4th different look for you with the peach on the front there. And then obviously this belly band I've decided to, well, shall I take my chances? Go on, I shall take my chances. That's it, lift it over the top there. There we go. So where we've had the "With Love" that way on, we've gone the opposite way with the "You're the best." You could have put it that way if you'd wanted. But the element of surprise of opening it is that way, isn't it? So there's 3 different looks. Could have been a 4th different look there. And I hope you have lots of fun with this kit. Fantastic that you've got the instructions there to hold your hand all the way. And obviously beautifully packaged with the new packaging. So I'd just like to say thank you very much for joining me today. It's a pleasure to have your company. It's always lovely if you could pop over and say hello on my YouTube channel. Let me know you're there. And for anybody that isn't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It alerts you to any future videos that I do in the future. Sometimes there are videos there that I'll probably not put on the group, and I might just share to my own timeline or to Jodie's group. So it's always worth being a subscriber, and then you won't miss any of the videos. So thanks ever so much for joining me today, and you take care of yourselves. Bye for now.